So as 2019 is now coming to an end, this was a really good year for the Apple Watch, especially with the release of watchOS 6. There has never been a smartwatch this capable and independent than ever before. So for this video, since there was a lot of great applications that we covered throughout the years, let's go ahead and look back at some of these applications and create the Apple Watch App Awards based off its reviews on the App Store. These are the apps that are highly rated, and we're going to go ahead and review and see if they're any good for 2019. So let's go ahead and begin these Apple Watch App Awards. I hope none of those screens cracked. Alright, so the first category out of 10 for the Apple Watch App Store is going to be games. And no other game is highly rated like Trivia Crack. With over 387,000 reviews, this was the #1 game for the Apple Watch. It's a free to download game that you could go against other players from around the world or some of your best friends, which all you do is just answer trivia questions, and whoever gets the most correct answers wins. Now I am familiar with this game as I did feature this once in a past video already, and to this very day I still find this game really entertaining. It's a simple game, and you get notifications when it's your turn to play. So as soon as you're done answering your questions and your opponents finish answering theirs, it will give you a push notification that you could simply tap and resume back and see if you could beat your friend. And one thing I noticed, the questions are constantly being updated. They're adding new answers, new questions, so it's different each and every time. And there's no limitations when you're playing it on your smartphone. So good job Trivia Crack for continuing making this game application awesome and being #1 for 2019. So for #2, no smartwatch is complete without weather. And the #1 weather application is AccuWeather with over 1.2 million reviews. It was a very high 4.7 star review. The smartwatch app gives you a lot of information and can be used as a home screen complication, as it's free to download, and it's no wonder why it's beating its competition like the Weather Channel. Again, I have already featured AccuWeather in the past, and I really do like this app. The reason why I like this weather application over others is probably because the AccuWeather actually does give you an accurate reading on how the weather actually feels like when you walk outside. You see, unlike other weather applications, typically will show you the weather, but in reality, when you walk outside, it feels colder or it's hotter, but it's usually off by a few degrees. Somehow, AccuWeather doesn't do this. And that is really important, especially when you're debating if you should wear a jacket or not. Because you see right here, it actually tells us the real feel temperature outside. But it's not really perfect. My only complaint I have with this app, it doesn't give you a 7-day forecast. That's the only issue. It only will tell you the current condition. The only way it shows you additional information is by launching the native app on your iPhone. This is where you see the actual 7-day forecast. Now for #3 is the audio category, the best music player. And there's no other music player that comes this close to Spotify. I was wild to be surprised that Spotify actually has over 10 million reviews with almost a perfect 5-star overall rating. And it's no secret, although I'm not personally a subscriber to Spotify, I still come back to the platform. I like using Spotify because they keep everything together in one application. Unlike Apple, now they separated the podcast from their music, and if you are a podcast listener, you may have noticed that some of your favorite podcasts actually downloads on your device, taking up storage. Spotify doesn't do this. Spotify just streams everything like how it should be, not taking up that much resource space. Now, of course, if you are subscribed to Spotify, you get all its benefits and all that good jazz like any other music streaming provider. But as I mentioned, I'm not a subscriber to Spotify, but I still come back to it because Spotify is somewhat like Pandora. Although you're not subscribed, you can still come back and listen to new songs, continue adding music to your playlist, browse podcasts. Of course, you got to deal with the ads, but sometimes there's ad breaks where if you watch like a 30-second ad video, that will give you 30 minutes of ad-free listening. And I also like there's no limitation on the app as well. You can select different audio sources if you want to change it, pause and play. Everything is here. Now moving along, the next category is sleep. Now I know there's some users using their Apple Watch for either sleep tracking and stuff like that, but the popular application for sleep is Calm. Now Calm doesn't do sleep tracking, but what it does, it actually will allow you to actually play soothing sound. When you launch the application, you can see the selection of different sounds you can play. So there's one for sleeping, calm, relax, daily calm, energy, a lot more to select from. And when you select one, it actually will play the sound from the Apple Watch speaker. So you don't have to plug it into like a Bluetooth wireless headset or your AirPods or anything like that. it'll actually play it off your wrist. So if you're trying to go to sleep and you're having a hard time, you can just wear your Apple Watch and just play soothing sound from your wrist. Hopefully that should be able to help you out. But if you're looking for a sleep tracker, check out this video right here in the corner where I actually go through one of my favorites. But this one has well over 639,000 reviews. It's no wonder, it works in helping you to fall asleep. No wonder it's top rated. So for number 5 is fitness. And if you're trying to get shredded before summer, you know what they say? Abs are made in the kitchen, and watching your macros is number 1. Which is why Weight Watcher has over 874,000 reviews and was 2019 highly rated fitness app for the Apple Watch for 2019. But there's a big one. Although this app is free to download, it's not entirely free to use. It's not free to use at all. You need to sign up with a monthly service subscription, which starts at $23. And based from everything that I've seen from its description, there's other alternatives, better competition that I would recommend to check out at no additional cost, like competitors like MyFitnessPal, which is one I would highly recommend for any macro tracking. It's the one that I personally find myself using, and it's the one some of my best friends use, and they actually work in the fitness industry, either for bodybuilding, powerlifting, men's physique. They all use MyFitnessPal, and there's actually a MyFitnessPal app that you can install on your Apple Watch. The application allows you to keep track of all your macros. You can log in water. You can see your amount of carbs, your protein intake, and all that jazz that's remaining. And it also keeps track of your steps and has everything right here and available. And then on the main iPhone applications, you have all its cool features like its ability to scan barcode to quickly log in meals. You can also enter by the search bar and actually add the ounces or the measurements of that meal and log all that information on the app. Now for our productivity and office work category happens to be Outlook. Who would have thought? Apparently Outlook is the best email management application. Was 1.2 million reviews and nearly almost a perfect 5-star rating. It's this application. Now unfortunately I'm unable to actually test it out and give you guys a fair brief review of it because I have been waiting for my verification code to actually test it out and review it for you guys, but I'm still waiting, and it's been over 30 minutes. I'm getting really tired, so give it a shot, test it out. But apparently this is 2019 pick for productivity application. Now this next category is the best travel app to have on your Apple Watch. And number 1 pick, drum roll please, is the Starbucks app with a total of 3.1 million reviews. And again, almost a perfect 5-star rating. This is the number 1 most downloaded app for traveling. I guess it is cool being able to access your Starbucks card right here. I'm a gold member, and no shame, I do like my coffee, but I mean, I have access to my pay option right here. If I want to pay, I'm probably going to blur that. I don't want anybody to steal my remaining balance. And I could actually quickly add with Apple Pay, add money, and instructions how to get stars. So I guess when you're traveling, download the Starbucks app because this was 2019 most highly rated app for traveling. Now when it comes to the news category, it was somewhat of a close one. ESPN Live was actually in second place, but only by a couple of thousands. But the number 1 spot for newsfeed updates was CNN. Now I have nothing to say about CNN besides they're a news outlet. Everybody has mixed reviews about them, but for news, CNN was number 1 for 2019. Next category has to be social media. And there's no other social media app that's big and actually have an application dedicated for the Apple Watch than Facebook. Facebook Messenger is number 1 for 2019 for the Apple Watch App Store, as it has well over 983,000 reviews. Now, as I may recall, Messenger was added this year for the Apple Watch by Facebook, and it's pretty cool. It allows me to reply to messages, leave those likes, and reply with a sticker if I want to. It's like iMessage, there really isn't that much to really say about it. Now the next category has to be entertainment, and when it comes to entertainment, I guess Audible takes that category. With over 2.4 million downloads, this makes this the best entertainment app for 2019. And a lot of books are available, so if you like that kind of stuff, audiobooks has you covered because you can actually use this application to install all your audiobooks, listen to it on the go, right off your wrist, and connect them with AirPods or other Bluetooth headsets, and be entertained wherever you go. So that is it. Those were the top rated apps on the App Store. Links to where you can find those applications will be linked, of course, in the video description down below for you. So you can easily go ahead and click on it, download them, check them out, and see if you like them. Now, 2020 I know will be another great year for the Apple Watch, as I'm sure we're going to go ahead and get a lot more independent apps specifically designed for the Apple Watch, so make sure to stay tuned for those upcoming future videos. Now, if you want to check out some essential apps to download for your Apple Watch in case you just got yours during these holidays, check out this video as I go through all the awesome essential applications to definitely check out. And then this video over here is all the awesome mini games you could download to help you pass the time in case you're at a waiting room, classroom, or whatever, you just want to play something on your wrist, then definitely do check out that video. But anyway folks, happy holidays, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.